Pro Football Weekly has all the news, scoops, and rumors before they happen. We bring it to you in our way we hear it. Right now we're out west in the AFC. Winds of change out west, Hub. In the front office of two teams out there, things are happening.
Well, the Denver Broncos have parted ways with general manager Brian Xanders. Everybody knows that. Now, it was not a firing. It was by mutual agreement. John Elway seems to be doing everything with class with the Denver Broncos, and he and Xanders met after the draft and said, listen, John Elway said, I'm going to run this football team. If I'm going to take responsibility, I'm going to make the picks. I know you want more. I think you have a great future. We're going to let you move on. Xanders was appreciated, and it was a very amicable parting. But a lot of people scratching their heads saying, is Elway really there 60, 70 hours a week? Is he a scout? Is he a talent evaluator? How is he making this work? The key, according to what we're hearing, is Matt Russell, who's his top personnel guy inside the organization. Now, whether Russell gets a title of general manager, we don't know, but Matt Russell's ability to evaluate players is what allowed John Elway to say it was time to let Brian Xanders move along. Xanders knew he was always going to have Elway over his shoulder. He is well thought of. He will get another job elsewhere. So this is one of those rare deals that looks like it will work out for both sides.
And Elway's fingerprints are going to be all over this team. We know that he was heavily involved in the Peyton Manning pursuit. You know, it seems like it was his team. Maybe it's a chance for Brian Xanders to go actually have his own fingerprint on something somewhere else.
Well, and I think the key to it, Adam, is that even Brian Xanders thought the Peyton Manning move was brilliant, but he knows he doesn't get that done. Right. Only John Elway gets that done. And so for a guy who's been a general manager, who wants to run an NFL franchise, it wasn't moving in that direction, and that's why this made so much sense.
Now in Oakland, also some changes there. We know ever since Al Davis passed away, and they've kind of brought in new people. Reggie McKenzie comes in there. Things are changing, and they're happening fast now in Oakland.
You know, Amy Trask runs the business side of that football team for Mark Davis. Reggie McKenzie runs the football side. He let 4 longtime Raider scouts go after the draft. Some retired, some just didn't have their contracts renewed. They're not firings, but the bottom line, completely rebuilding his scouting department. Now, he's going to bring in his twin brother, Raleigh, who's been involved in scouting around the NFL for years, but we hear the real key move here is Joey CLINKSCALES. Now, the Jets have parted ways with CLINKSCALES. He was their director of college scouting. He's going to be the director of scouting, the director of personnel under Reggie McKenzie. And Joey CLINKSCALES, highly thought of around the NFL, and looks to be a really good move by McKenzie.
And for years, we know there was the Raider way. It was Al Davis's way, and they did it. They didn't care what anyone else thought or how anyone else did it. They had it their own way. You can already see in this year's draft, things are changing a little bit, and you figure it's just going to happen more and more.
No, I suspect the Raiders will always have a vertical passing game. They'll always have great speed and great athletes, but I think Reggie is probably going to be focusing a little more on the character issues. The distractions that come in today's NFL that Al Davis was never willing to acknowledge may be part of the reason that they fell on such hard times.
Well, it's changing out west, hopefully for the better for both of these teams. We'll have more for you right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.